to the Cambria County Fire School site. I'm President Josh Petrisko of the Regional Firefighters Association. I'd like to thank everyone in attendance for being here to help us dedicate this new training tower that we have. Our association in all is growing. We have 75 member companies, 8 counties that we cover, and about 1,600 members throughout the counties that we cover. We're here to dedicate the new training tower that's sitting behind us here. We recently purchased and installed this tower. The tower is hopefully going to give us many, many years of valuable training through different simulations and different modules that are within this training tower. It's a multi-use training tower, so we can do many different evolutions and many different trainings off this tower. Also, we purchased a pump to run all the hydrant system throughout the site here, which is down near the pond down below. We're able to supply our own water supply throughout the whole facility for doing burns and different evolutions that we need water. Mr. Sestrich, when he comes up, he'll tell you about the different props and different things that are included in this tower. And at the end of the ceremony, everybody's welcome to be able to go inside the new tower. So in all, we purchased the pump and the training tower. We purchased those with a grant that was given to us by the Cambria County Commissioners and also LSA funding. And we kind of split and moved things around to purchase both to be able to help out the facility. I would like to recognize many people who are here to celebrate with us at this dedication. First, I'd like to thank all of our firefighters, delegates, committee members, past presidents, ladies auxiliary of the association. Without their endless support, these improvements to our training facility would be just a dream and it would never come to fruition. At this time, I'd like to recognize special guests that are here or not here with us today. Cambria County Commissioners Scott Hunt, Keith Reger, Tom Terniski, and also former Commissioner B.J. Smith. State Rep Dallas Kephart, which I believe he's here, yes. State Rep Jim Rigby, State Senator Wayne Langerholt, State Senator Joe Pittman. Also, Cambria County Chamber of Commerce President Amy Bradley, State Fire Commissioner Tom Cook, Chairwoman of the Cambria County Planning Commission Melissa Komar, County Controller Ed Cernick. On behalf of all the officers and members of the Fire Association, I'd like to thank you all. I'd also like to thank the media for being here to cover this opening, and feel free to ask any questions whenever the ceremony's over. At this time, I'm going to pass it off to Tony Sestrich, the chairman of the site committee for the Cambria County Association.
All right, back in the late 1970s, we were kicking around the idea of purchasing this site for a fire training center. By 1985, late President Bem made it happen. So we acquired the property and it's here. And over the years, and it took a lot of work, a lot of years, to get this thing to where it is today. We originally had a drill tower that stood behind this one. It was 40 foot tall, and it was made out of old telephone and T111 siding. And our original plan was to refurbish that, but we figured we're just going to wind up with a 40-year-old building with a new skin on it. So we started looking online to different manufacturers of fire training towers out of Connexes. And John Hawksworth, he's responsible for he's the guy that found this one. This was a leftover. The company ordered this out of Chicago. They didn't take it, and it sat in the guy's lot for 2 years. So we got it at half, more than half off. We got it for $140,000. If you buy it today, it would be $323,000. So it's sitting here. You do many different kinds of evolutions in here. There's a maze, there's a burn building, a burn room, there's a roof cut simulator, rope tower, use the tower for truck company operations. You can use the upper floor of this Connex for firefighter safety and survival, for written practices. I don't want to steal all of McCann's thunder, so I'll shut up with that. We also purchased a new pump via a grant from the county commissioners. We'll show you that today too. I do want to mention that one other thing. We secured another grant thanks to Senator Pittman, Senator Langerholt, Representatives Dallas Kephart and Jim Rigby, for a new classroom building that's going to sit right up by the engines there. So thank you guys for securing that. They all wrote letters to support that grant. That was from the fire commission. When this is done, the speaking is done. John Hawksworth, if you want to go into the building, he'll take you in and show you what's in it. Okay? I'll hand this off now to the training committee chairman, Jim McCann. Chief Jim
I'm not going to stand way back there. Can anybody hear me? All right. So when I was driving up here today, I had this big long speech, and then when I saw my best friend, Mr. Bracken here, who has a problem with how I talk so long, I'll try to keep it short. All right. Why don't you stand there, Scott, and give me a standing. So a lot of things go into this, and I know when you come here and you see this site, and for some of you, that's about right. For some of you, this may be the first time you've been here. For a lot of us, and not speaking of me, but speaking of a lot of the gentlemen standing over here, it's become a second home to them. You see what goes into doing this, and I think a lot of times we take for granted the work that actually gets done here. But the time and effort they put in to keeping this facility, and not just when this facility is up and running classes, that sometimes is the easiest part, correct? It's getting that facility ready for what happens here. And to see them do this and the dedication and commitment they have to here, and you know, Steve Roboski and Tony and Bobby and Hawk and Frank and Joe, and a lot of the props that are here that we have the ability to train on were today state of the art. So what were they back then? With our flammable liquids pit and things like that. The amount of training that can be conducted here and the different varieties of training we can conduct here is surpassed by none across the state. You know, if you look up on the hillside, we have an underground confined space area that we can actually do that kind of training, a burn building, a rail car, flammable liquids pit, a pond, and not just a pond, but a water system that was really, when it was put into place, was actually the foresight of those people to put hydrants throughout this entire facility to anticipate the growth of this facility. The amount of training we do here. So Josh alluded to the fact that, you know, now we cover 9 counties. We have fire departments represented in 9 counties with 74, Nick, correct?
75.
I ask you every time, 75 with this new one coming up. Departments that are represented by the Cambria County Regional Firefighters Association, which is huge. We'll go back to our 100th anniversary and the foresight. So a lot of people still refer to this as the Cambria County Volunteer Firefighter or Firemen's Association. So Mr. Bracken, and I did mention he was my best friend, correct? So we got to make sure everybody understands that. So he brought up that of a name change to reflect of where this, you know, the fire service is going, which changed the name to the Cambria County, you know, Regional Firefighters Association. Because not only do we represent volunteer fire departments, but we also represent career fire departments in that 9-county region, which is huge. Ironically, back in 1986 when I graduated high school, this is where our our senior party was held. You know, there wasn't a fire school here at the time, so Eddie Link, thank you for taking care of that party for us. He was several years older than us, so we needed that person, so Eddie stepped up and took care of that for us. Listen, the what do they call that? The time has expired on that, so you're good.
Statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations. Matt would know that. Yeah, Matt would know that.
Loaded that long.
Yeah. But just the amount of training, the dedication, and I hope everybody appreciates the dedication from these guys that go into doing this. So, you know, I acknowledge the Cambria County Commissioners, Dallas, as much as it pains me. You know, Jim Rigby was a big push for this. Wayne Langerhoy, they appreciate the need for training, and they had the trust in us to be able to give us this funding to provide this level of training. So there's a lot, and that's something we really need to, you know, take away from this is the you know, appreciate the fact that they in turn understand and appreciate the level of training that's come out of this. Funding throughout this state is not just something that they just hand out. They want to see a return on investment. When we started the LSA, we were writing that initial LSA grant. The commissioners had given us, you know, some funding and a good chunk of funding to get this up and rolling. So when we got the LSA, we needed somebody, and we needed an applicant to, you know, submit the LSA grant. We looked around to try to find somebody to do that. A lot of people, and you can only have so many people writing a grant, you know, for a certain organization. So we went to the Cambria County Planning Commission, Melissa Comar, which is the chairman of that thing. We went to Melissa, and she was able to be the applicant. We went to Matt Barczak and his experience in writing grants. And all that came to fruition because of the applicant, the application, and of course then our individuals that were out there, you know, fighting to get this funding for us. So what does this do for us? This power alone is going to open up so many more avenues for us to provide different types of training. This is just one element in conjunction with everything else you see, you know, here throughout the facility. If you had never had an opportunity to really tour it and get into the meat and bones of this facility, today's a great opportunity. We have a beautiful day to do that. It's my understanding there will be light refreshments, sir. That's why I'm here. But I want to thank you for your support, and I want to get ahead of myself to thank you for your continued support of this. All right, a lot of funding needs to go in to keep this the way it is, and we appreciate, you know, the commissioners. We appreciate our state reps, our state senators for doing this, and really acknowledging Cambria County and our leadership, you know, in providing that training throughout the state. So thank you. Is that short enough?
Perfect.
How do you do, Tom?
Me and Matt Barczak. He's our association grant writer. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any oxygen left in the atmosphere? You running for office? Are you running for office?
Anything's possible, sir.
Hey, I just want to talk about everybody that's here, the fire service in general that stretches across this region, and everybody that's part of this. You know, we were able, successful to get some recent dollars into this area, and it's very easy because it's such a great, transparent organization. The people in it are in it for the right reason, and everything here is tangible. I mean, look around you. It's a great facility, probably one of the best in the state of Pennsylvania, and congratulations to everybody involved, all the predecessors and the people here moving into the future. A great facility is going to get well used. So that's it.
Hey, Matt.
Thank you.
Explain what's all that noise up there?
Yeah. So as part of when the association acquired this property, part of it was a rail line that came with this. Our corporation owned the Carrolltown side, which donated to the Carrolltown Borough, and the Firefighters Association still owns, the old rail line that goes from stretches towards Carrolltown and goes into Ashcroft and Patton. So several years ago, actually ironically, Jim McCann came to me and said that, you know, Jerry Brandt and the organization was looking at doing a trail similar to the Ghost Town Trail that would stretch from Carroll Town to Petrisko Park. And, you know, we went into the old vault, found the old drawings and looked at this project and, you know, brought it to life again. You know, tried to get funding, get the CCRFA involved, got the county commissioners involved, and you can see it around you. The project will be finished up by the end of the year, and it will be a public walking trail. So not only do we have this great training facility, but the Firefighters Association and the county has, you know, graciously gave us funds and property to provide a public walking trail for the health, mental well-being of the community and anybody, you know, that comes to this region. You have Petrisko State Park that gets more people than the Pittsburgh Pirates do, and it's an untapped resource for money into this county and into this region. So no, it's great, and you know, here soon we will have a grand opening and a ribbon cutting for the trail also. So very good. Thank you.
All right, I'd like to introduce Scott Hunt. Would you like to come up and say a few words, please? He's the President Commissioner for Cambria County.
I think I'm doing okay for having knee replacement on Monday. But I'll keep this short. Jim took most of the talking time, so appreciate it. No, just, you know, what we see behind us is a collaboration between, you know, the state government, the commissioners, as well as the most important part, you people, our firemen and fire ladies, who are the ones that put their heart and soul in this. As I said when I got here to Paul, I said every time I come here there's like a lot more here, and I mean, it is, as we do know, it is state of the art. It wouldn't be that way, we wouldn't have 9 counties wanting to be a part of our association if it wasn't that case. So once again, happy to be here today. And just keep up the good work, and however we can help you, we will continue to do so. Thank you.
If I could, all the members in attendance, if you can come up and line back here, please. I'd like to have Tony. He wants to say a couple more words real quick.
I forgot to thank a couple people. Advantage Structures from Chicago provided the structure